I have a saying about being a sponge, not a rock. And again, it's just my language. And I look for everybody in my team. For me, everybody, every coach, every sports scientist, every doctor, every player. Anywhere I worked, I want to be a sponge. And all I mean by that, you need a sponge between your ears and not a rock. And what I found is the more experienced you are, sometimes you can just drift into being a rock. And what I mean by being a rock, you lose the thirst for knowledge and learning. And I think it's as simple as that. It's not about having one magic person. It's just about being a real thirst for knowledge. The moment you lose that thirst for knowledge, I think the chances are you'll come second. So, I read about things, I ask people to tell me about things, and if I hear or see something, I'll always be the first on a plane, the first in my car, the first on the phone, the first emailing someone to find out more information about it. And that is how I keep myself going. And, I love it. I will go anywhere in the world tomorrow on a plane if I thought I had the 0.5% chance of me learning something that would make me a better coach or a better business person. The moment you think, actually, I don't need to do that, you're going to come second. So it's just being a sponge, not a rock. But you demand that in all your team, not just yourself. You want everybody. Because, I'm responsible. If I'm coaching a rugby team, I'm responsible for improving you, the player. But I'd also be eyeballing you and saying, what are you doing? What else are you doing? Why has this got to come from me all the time? If you want to be the best in the world, what are you doing? Where are you studying? What else knowledge are you finding out? What your competitors do? I want you coming back to me and going, actually, these guys are doing this. Why can't we do this? So you get this really high performance kind of program going because you get players and coaches all trying to find these new ways and just leading, not following in all these areas. But I think sponge and rock is a pretty powerful statement to make. And if I ever said to a player, you're a rock, you can 9 times out of 10, he's history. He's lost. He's lost. He thinks he's better than he probably is. When you operate in the way that I operate with the team, this stuff is happening. Unless somebody is in the room telling you can't do that, it's not going to happen. And no one's going to dampen it down. And sometimes it's finance may come into it. You may get budget restraints because you want to do something. But even with that, I think if you really, really want to do it, you've got to go and find the money. If you're really, really passionate about this, you can't be silly about money, but you need to go and find that budget. If you really believe in something and the whole organisation actually doesn't fit quite in, you've then either got to go and get the budget through the right process of negotiating with whoever, or you have to go and find it yourself personally, and you need to find ways of doing it.